Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Coco got a new weave. I am loving having long hair again, but when I was going through my YouTube page, I realized I have never done a YouTube tutorial on long hair, about how I curl my long hair. I will say, from when I had long hair before to having it now, the way I would have chosen to curl it has changed a little bit. So in today's tutorial, I'm sharing the products that I'm using to achieve kind of this just like long, easy, tousled hair look, along with the tools. I've got it all. So if you want to learn how I am curling my hair these days, keep watching. So for this specific tutorial, you're only going to need 2 tools and 3 products. So I've got my flat iron, I've got my curling iron, I've got my Bumble and Bumble beach spray, I've got my L'Oreal Boost It. This is like a volumizing, texturing hold spray. And then I've also got Elnet hairspray, just in case I need a little more hold. I've also got a clippy so I can separate out my hair, and one of my favorite detangling brushes. This is by Olivia Garden. I've talked about this brush before and I just love it. You can use it on wet or dry hair. So I've blow dried my hair with my Dyson blow dryer. And before I get started, I also want to say that all of these products and tools that I'm using today are available at Walmart. So you can get them at your local Walmart. You can shop on walmart.com, but a lot of you guys have been asking that I share more products that are available at places like Walmart. You asked, I answered. Let's get started. Before I start curling, I separate my hair. I like to do the bottom half first and then drop the top half on. So maybe about, I don't know, that much above my ears, kind of before the layers start. And if you see me looking over here to the left, it's because I've got a little mirror there to help guide me. Now, if you've watched my old tutorials, when I've had shorter extensions, I curled my hair that's actually attached to my head and my extensions separately. But I'm gonna curl them both together because there is such a length difference. I don't want the shorter extensions to stick out. I want them to really blend and marry as I'm curling them. So I'm gonna start on one side and go all the way around with the exact same technique on every single piece. So my extensions, if you see this, they're about, what is that, about 2 inches wide. I split them in half and curl them with my original, I keep saying original hair, like it wasn't my original hair before. I point my curling iron down, start at the top, and then just wrap backwards. This is the same technique you would use if you're using a wand. Quite frankly, I just didn't feel like I needed to purchase an entirely new product. I've noticed that by curling it this way, I get a little bit more of a loose curl versus a tight clamped curl. And you can curl it around the wand or the curling iron as tightly or as loosely as you want. So like I said, I just point the curling iron down and wrap backwards. Just hold it there, you can let it kind of loosen up, and then just drop it. Pretty easy, right? And I don't put anything on my hair beforehand. I've really noticed that I think my hair just does better. Maybe it's the extensions or just the texture of my hair. I don't put any type of products on it prior. Just because I think you get more buildup, and especially with the extensions, I don't want to have to wash them that often. And they don't all have to be perfect. I think that's kind of the beauty of this style, is that you want more of like that tousled look versus this perfect, uniformed Shirley Temple curl. You want it to look really loose. Okay, and I don't really focus as much on the curls on the bottom, because quite frankly, they're gonna get covered up by the ones on top. I want them to have like a wave and a bend to them, but they don't need to be as precise as the ones around my face, because they're just not even gonna get seen. Okay, now that I've finished that whole section, I'm gonna go back in with my flat iron and just flatten those ends because I don't want them to be, just if any of them, I don't know, all the hair is different lengths, and so I kind of feel like I don't want them all to kind of like boing out different ways. So I just wanna make sure that the ends lay flat, which I think gives that cool like beachy tousled look versus if it's more of a ringlet. So now that we've done that whole section, I'm gonna divide my hair into like thirds-ish. Like I'm gonna go front, back, front. In this group, I start from the back and work my way to the front. With these smaller pieces, I'm actually gonna hold them down just because they don't wrap as well around the wand, in my opinion. And it kind of gives different dimension and shapes, which kind of also adds to that cool mismatched look. And don't forget when you're wrapping around the barrel of the curling iron to wrap backwards. That was a good one. Now when I get to those pieces around my face, you're gonna see that these shorter pieces start to stick out, but don't worry, I'm gonna go back in at the end and smooth them down. For this front piece, I'm gonna bend it back first so those little bangs right there know which way they need to go, okay? So I've bent those. Now I'm gonna go back in and curl the rest of it. They just still need a little training. Now let's do the back. Last piece. My arms are getting sore. Okay, so after we are done, we'll go back in and straighten that top layer on the bottom. Okay, perfect. Yeah, see like those wonky sideways ones? I don't like that. I want them to go down. Okay. So you kind of almost want to like bend them down a little bit. Okay. Let's see how this all is looking. Okay, so like what's happening right here is giving me a lot of anxiety. So I will then grab that piece and put it with a big piece and try my best to like marry them back together. That's kind of been the biggest struggle with the extensions, is trying to get them to blend. I will say the dirtier, oh see, look how much better that did. You just want it to bend down with that same big chunk. I will say the dirtier they start to get, so like by day 2 or 3, my real hair, it starts to just, this side, it's gonna frustrate me. My real hair will start to just be a little bit more weighted down, but it's always the first day that clean hair is just a little crazy. You just gotta train it. And these are still only like 2 weeks old. So now that I've kind of taken care of those weird pieces, I'm gonna make sure it's cool. And while it cools, I'm going to take my L'Oreal, this is the Boost It High Lift Creation Spray. It says it gives you instant fullness and hold with a modern teased effect. I'm just gonna go in underneath and spray it where I want that volume. This stuff smells really good, by the way. And then I'm just gonna start getting handsy, just playing with it with my hands. Just really seeing what's happening, if there's any pieces that we need to recurl. I like to kind of do it in between those 2 layers just to give it a little ump right there around my ears. So I'm liking how this is looking, but the top is a little poofy to me. So I'm gonna go back in. This is a Baby Bliss flat iron. I really love this flat iron. My hairstylist actually uses this flat iron. And so I was really excited to see that you can find it at Walmart. And I flatten that because I want the volume to really be here. You know, I want this to really lay and then to get that really cool volume at the base. So it'll also help hopefully tame some of these bangs and broken hairs up here that are just real annoying. I'm liking what's happening. The last step for me, I am loving this product. This is the Surf Infusion. It's oil mixed with sea salt spray. So I was using just a sea salt spray and was discovering that I think it was drying my hair a little bit. So I found this one at Walmart by Bumble and Bubble that has the oil mixed in with it. So I think it's kind of giving you that glossy shine and then a little hydration mixed with the sea salt. But you do have to spray it up really well. So I go in, and it's really, oh, and it smells like the beach. And I wanna get kind of just that crunch, that umph, that like maybe I let my hair air dry after the beach kind of feel. I feel like sometimes the best way to think if I like my hair is to do this. Oh yeah, okay. See, that side is really nice. Okay, I think that's it. My favorite part. Don't move. But you know what, in my opinion, like when you've gone a couple days, it starts to look better because it gets a little more textured, it gets a little more product buildup in it. And in my opinion, the messier and the more tousled that this look gets actually makes it better. So like I said in the beginning of this video, all these products are available on walmart.com. You can also click the links in the description box below this video to shop them right here and right now. You can also head to KERRently.com and read the full blog post, see more pictures of this hair, and read more product descriptions about why I love each one of these specific beauty products from walmart.com to achieve this great, messy, long extensioned look.